Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sita and I used to make videos about housemanship in Malaysia until I stopped for 6 months. Although I really want to get into the detail as to why I'm dressed like this and why I haven't posted a video in 6 months, I'm gonna save all of it and explain that in another video that I will link somewhere at some point when I learn how to do it, which as usual I haven't been able to learn how to do because I'm busy, tired, overworked, and haven't really had the ability to make this channel my priority. Anyway, what I want to do instead is to welcome all the new housemen that have just joined hospitals across Malaysia. Welcome to housemanship. I'm not going to compare it to hell because that's not what I believe this experience is, even though that's what everyone wants to tell you and wants you to believe is true. But I want you to be sure of the fact that the only reason they tell you that it's like total hell is because it's a coping mechanism. It makes it easier to deal with in the long run. And the first couple of months is really gonna feel like hell, if you believe in hell anyway. So, I have recently come across a few new housemen that have joined my 5th department. By the way, yes, life update. I'm in my 5th department now, which is in obstetrics and gynecology, and I am just loving it. No sarcasm. So I have a couple of housemen who've joined. One of them has straight up come up to me and cried. Another one of them asks me questions every 20 seconds and extremely logical questions, and it makes me want to shoot myself every single time. The other one asks for help when they really need it, and the other person just sort of lurks around in a corner without really doing anything or learning or saying much really. So it's a bit of a different experience with every single houseman, and I have some advice for all new housemen that have joined, which is, I know what you're going through. I know it's hard. I know it's really disappointing to not know how to do anything and constantly being told that you're slow, or that you don't know, or that you're useless, or that you're stupid. I know, because I've been there. Remember when I was in my 1st department, I typed for 53 days in surgery. I didn't know what was going on. Every day was a struggle for me, and I went back home late. I cried on most of those days, and I wanted to quit every single day. I'm not kidding. I wanted to quit. Up until I was in my 2nd posting, I struggled with going to work. I didn't want to go to work. I forced myself, and I couldn't talk to anybody, and it wasn't a good time. It's a time that I don't even really like to think about or look back, but it's a time that I have to come to terms with because I see people going through that every day now, and I kind of get choked up when I realize that it's because I resonate. I went through that. I had a very difficult early experience in housemanship, and it might be because I graduated from overseas and the culture shock was just a lot to deal with, but it's something that I have to come to terms with because it's now my chance to help and be the senior that I wish I had. And that is someone that is kind and compassionate, willing to teach and willing to learn how to be a better leader. So I know that you guys are struggling. I know that it's difficult, but that doesn't mean that you shy away from responsibilities. That doesn't mean that you just take the back seat and let the learning happen. No, you have to be proactive. Every time you don't know how to do something, say, I don't know, but I will learn. Every time you mess something up, admit it early on. Tell someone, tell your seniors, tell your MOs. When it comes to brenula and blood taking, it's okay. Believe me, I'm in my 5th posting and I still struggle. Other people still struggle. Sometimes they are just difficult bloods, and this is one of those things that you just have to do it a lot to get good at it. It's like riding a bike. You have to just learn to make it your second skin. You know, there are lots of tips and tricks that seniors can tell you, but you know, at the end of the day, it comes down to you have to just be proactive in taking blood and setting lines. And if you get it, that's great, but if you don't get it after 2 tries, call a senior. If your senior doesn't come, call your MO. It's our job to come and help you because we were helped as well. So don't feel badly about it. For anything that you don't know how to do, ask for help. It's okay. Even for those of you that I feel really irritated because you keep asking way too many things, it's okay, do it. Do whatever you have to do as long as you get to a point where you know what you're doing, which is gonna take some time, but you know, you'll get there. When you're down, when you're unable to cope, talk to someone. Talk to me if you see me. But there are ways to cope with the kind of stress that you deal with in housemanship, and you have to find healthy coping mechanisms, because otherwise it will consume you and housemanship will be a lot more miserable, and it doesn't have to be. I believe that seniors have a really important part to play in mitigating the worst parts of housemanship stress. I don't think that being toxic and screaming and verbally abusing and just being downright dismissive or rude does anything at all, because when I think about all the positive experiences that I had with my MOs and supervisors that genuinely made me a better houseman, it always came from a place of kindness. Always. All the ones that yelled at me, I just marked them as, I don't like you and I don't want to work with you. I have a role to play here which makes your life easier, and if you're constantly going to give me shit for it, then I can also make life hell for you. So I developed this attitude early on, you know. Stick to the people that you like working with and get close to your colleagues, to your seniors, to anyone that you can. Get to know their names, talk to people. Don't be a shut-in. Don't struggle by yourself. Don't let all of this crazy working hours, which tagging is, unfortunately, even though there's absolutely, like, if there was any study to prove its efficacy, that would be great, but there isn't, you know. So we're just pointlessly making people work unnecessary hours to prove some, you know, antiquated point that's not relevant anymore. But there's little you can do about it. So if you have time where you have nothing to do, rest, eat. On your off days, just catch up between sleep and eating and, I don't know, whatever you can find comfort in. Try and use this time as well as you can, you know. These 2 years that you have are the only 2 years where you can soak up everything that you're going to need before you yourself are the ones making the big decisions and teaching other people. And before you know it, you're going to be teaching more junior people all the things that your seniors would have been teaching you. Because one of my early experiences got me into a situation with my leader in my first posting, who said, housemanship is all about teaching and learning, but honestly it's not just confined to housemanship. The entire experience that you have working in KKM, working as a healthcare practitioner, it's all about teaching and learning. You know, MOs make mistakes, and then senior MOs teach them, and then senior MOs make mistakes, and then specialists teach them, and then specialists make mistakes, and then consultants teach them. So it's a never-ending process, and it's great to be wrong, because being wrong means you're gonna learn how to do it right, and it's a super effective learning strategy. So like, just take being yelled at or scolded as, you know, oh my god, I know that my MO is really tired because they have to make a lot of important decisions constantly, so it's okay, take it out on me, it's fine, I can deal with it, because I'm a houseman and I'm just, half my pay is just going into being yelled at by like MOs and specialists. So accept that fact and grow some thick skin, and remember that the nurses and the PPK and the MA, all of these people that make fun of you, just really just turn a blind eye, a deaf ear, and just put your best poker face on, because they're only doing it because they know they don't have a lot of time to bully you before you know how to be the boss. Which, by the way, you're not just a houseman, you're a doctor first and foremost, and our role is very important. We make big decisions and a lot of people rely on us, and it's wholly unfair that we are being treated so shittily by, you know, old school systems that don't pay us the wage that we deserve and make us work much harder than we need to. But that's the reality, that's what it takes. I don't think it's going to be that much easier anywhere else in the world. It's going to be a struggle everywhere. So my advice, really, TLDR version is, it's going to be a tough 2 years, you know, but that doesn't mean you have to be miserable. It's also going to be a fun, rewarding, challenging 2 years, and it's going to set the foundation to the doctor that you're going to be. So embrace it, embrace the challenge, and cancel all of your dinner plans, sleep whenever you can, eat well, study all the cases, get to know your patients by their first names, they are people, and remember, you're not alone. Yeah, always people that you can come to for help. And if you, wherever you are in Malaysia, are experiencing something that you just can't get any sort of progress with anybody, then send me an email. It's fine. Have the headline say, "Help me, Sita," and I will respond to you, because I don't want anyone to go through the kind of crap that I went through early on. And I want it to be a testament to all the kind seniors and MOs and specialists that I had, that I offer the similar help with kindness and compassion. So if you found this video useful, then thank you so much for watching. Go ahead to like, share, subscribe, hit me up on Instagram, and I really hope that I can make my channel and my presence a little bit more active, just so that I can help more housemen out there get into their groove and fall in love with becoming a doctor. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.